Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. The BRICS bloc may have already overcome its dollar dependence problem, as the volume of settlements in the national currencies of its member nations has already surpassed the US-based exchanges. So BRICS continues moving forward, de-dollarizing the greenback. This one courtesy of Michael Branch here. So this is the latest news. The strategy of sidelining the US dollar and conducting international trade in national currencies is going smoothly for the BRICS bloc. The organization, integrated by Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and now new members include Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates, has organized trading agreements alongside its members to avoid using the dollar and focus on their national currencies. And this is, I think, what this is, a stopgap measure before they introduce the BRICS currency, which is going to be heavily reliant on gold and also a basket of the BRICS members' currencies. So, however, it says here, no statement on the level of this cooperation has been revealed until now. On the sidelines from the Cloud Cities, the Forum for the Future of BRICS Cities, this is an event that is being held in Moscow. BRICS Deputy Chairman and Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Sampit Shastri, offered details on the level of progress of these processes. So he's talking to the local media. He says, I believe that the volume of use of national currencies has already exceeded the volume of use of dollars. Countries are very happy to be trading using their own currencies. And guys, how are they doing this? Well, they're leveraging DLT technology. Obviously, they need an intermediary cryptocurrency to transact. We know a lot of the BRICS nations do already have ties to Ripple and XRP. We don't know if this is happening exclusively. However, in some cases, I'm sure a lot of this trade is occurring on the XRP ledger. Furthermore, Shastri addressed that using national currencies presented other benefits. Using the dollar leads to additional expenses, which are eliminated when I pay directly in rubles or rupees. He stressed he also revealed that the organization has already started considering the feasibility of accepting digital currencies for these payments. So, first step, make sure this works in a real world setting. And of course, at scale. I don't even think this is happening at scale at this point. Back in February when Tucker Carlson was interviewing Vladimir Putin, Putin did talk a little bit about trade and how they are moving away from the US dollar. They said that he said that before the trade, I think it was something like 17% of trade was going through Russia. That was not US dollar denominated. And by February of 2024, now don't quote me on these exact numbers, but I think he said somewhere near 33%, 32 to 30, somewhere between 32 and 37%. For some reason, that is what that's the number that comes to my mind there, is now being denominated in the Russian ruble. So at this level, guys, the BRICS nations have really set it up to move forward, not being dependent on the US dollar. And, once their currency does come into play, I think this is going to really change the game dramatically. So interesting news here. I wanted to thank Michael for posting that. Now, another great tweet here from Michael, coming from the Middle East. XRP Kuwait expands the XRP ledger connectivity with 2 new hubs. So guys, more activity in the country of Kuwait. The XRP ledger infrastructure is growing as XRP Kuwait has successfully launched 2 more public hubs. All of these new hubs are up and running and part of the existing set of servers, thus enhancing the node synchronization and peering of the XRP ledger. This is a major improvement and will go a long way in guaranteeing that all the nodes handling the XRP ledger are connected and up to date. The establishment of the new public hubs by XRP Kuwait shows that constant attempts are being made to strengthen the XRP ledger's fundamental foundation, being more dependable with sync and peering with other nodes, enhancing the network stability. The XRP blockchain is a decentralized blockchain that requires proper synchronization between the nodes to ensure the proper function of the system. Therefore, it can be inferred that this infrastructure improvement could mean a better operation for participants on the network. And XRP Kuwait doing their part to make that happen. XRP Kuwait has been embraced in the XRP community. These public hubs are not only improvements at the technical level, but also are a joint product within the larger context of the XRP community. When we see people who do want to participate, who do want to run these nodes, that just shows that people do care about the network and aren't just in it for the money, but care about the network and the stability. Of course, that tech stuff tends to go over my head. But I'm happy that these guys are doing it. These guys really do care. Probably do have incentive to do it too. If they are utilizing the XRPL or if they're developers, right? They do want more activity on the XRP ledger. for public expansion of their products, for a developer community, for example. Nevertheless, guys, here we have it. XRP Kuwait does expand the XRP ledger's reach with these 2 new hubs. So great news there. Again, wanted to thank Michael for posting that. Now, Mike Manfield here bringing this to our attention. Another prominent contender is the SCBX Consortium. We know SCB, Siam Commercial Bank, is a Ripple partner. Well, guys, there's new news here coming out. 5 applicants officially have submitted bids for a tie-up virtual banking license. This coming from the central bank in Thailand. The submission window, which closed on September the 19th, followed a call from the Ministry of Finance and the Bank of Thailand, the BOT, for interested parties to apply. Well, the BOT has not yet confirmed the names of the applicants. Reports suggested that the consortium was led by Gulf Energy Development, which includes Kruntai Bank, Advanced Info, and PTT Oil, and a retail business. Among prominent contenders is the SCBX Consortium, which has partnered with Kakao Bank, South Korea's largest digital bank, and WeBank, China's first digital-only bank. And guys, remember, SCB, the Siam Commercial Bank, is a Ripple partner. So Singapore-based C Group, the parent company of Shopee, is also believed to have submitted an application. Additionally, Ascend Money, a financial technology firm backed by Charan Pakfam Group and supported by Ant Group, is also expected to be in the running. Now, Ant Group does have connection to Alipay, which also does have connections to Ripple. Just reminding you guys that, a lot of these banks already do have connections to Ripple. I'm not sure about all of them here that are in the running, but as we start to, as we have been seeing the Ripple web grow, it's been more and more apparent that, a lot of these smaller banks that are already partnered with Ripple are just getting larger and have been getting larger over the last 4 or 5 years, and are forging partnerships of their own, are actually feeling, I guess, confident enough to go and say, okay, now I want a banking license and I want to be the player in my jurisdiction to for cross-border payment transactions or whatever business application they provide. So the list of qualified applicants will be submitted to the Minister of Finance for approval with an official announcement expected by mid-2025. So that is when we're going to get this announcement. It is interesting news, nevertheless, that we are seeing more and more of these South Asian banks looking for virtual banking licenses. Of course, remittances, a very popular industry, especially in Southeast Asia. And it's great to note that a lot of the players here are already Ripple partners. So great news here from Mike Manfield. Guys, I don't know if you caught the clip of Donald Trump just from yesterday. I want to put this in context here because this is what Donald Trump said yesterday. I'm going to play you guys this clip in a second. But I wanted to remind you where we started off. Okay, here's the full clip, and this was only just from August. Okay, so just from last month. Here's the full clip of Trump saying we'll pay off the national debt with Bitcoin. Okay, so it's very specific that he mentions Bitcoin. Let me play you guys this clip, and then we're going to discuss.
Who knows, maybe we'll pay off our $35 trillion, hand him a little crypto check, right? We'll hand him a little Bitcoin and wipe out our $35 trillion.
But how do you want it to be more prominent in America? How will that work?
Oh, it's going to work easily. It's already prominent. It's moving along. It's very loosely regulated. That's one of the reasons it's moving along. But it is a different form of a currency, and it's going to end up benefiting the country. But if we shut it down, like, Biden's trying to shut it down, Biden doesn't have the intellect to shut it down. Can you imagine this guy's telling you to shut something down like that? He has no idea what the hell it is. But if we don't embrace it, it's going to be embraced by other people. It's a massive thing already. Did you read where it's bigger than any company in the world already? I mean, if you look at the market, it's bigger than many countries. It's a very big thing. If we're not going to be the leader, we have the people that are the leaders. I know some of them. They're very smart. And if we don't embrace it, other countries are going to embrace it. Other countries will anyway. But we can be the leader, and we might as well be the leader.
So he expands on Bitcoin adoption in the United States in this clip, but I just wanted to bring you guys back to that one point that he says here.
We'll just hand him a little crypto check, right? We'll hand him a little Bitcoin.
So essentially saying that he's going to pay off the U.S. national debt with Bitcoin. Not a bad idea. Well, guys, look what that has transformed into. This one courtesy of Subjective Views here. Trump went from saying he'll pay off the debt with Bitcoin to crypto, just crypto in general. Listen to this.
NFTs. I'm curious what you think the future of crypto looks like if, God forbid, you don't win the election.
Future crypto, what does it look like? Well, I think it's a good future. Who knows about anything today? But I think it's a good future. I'll tell you what, you look at values, you look at what's happening and where it's come and where it came from. I think crypto's got a great future. I think it really does. Maybe we'll pay off the $35 trillion in crypto. How about that? I'll write out a little piece of paper, 35 trillion crypto. We have no debt, right? That's what I like, right? He likes that idea too, he's laughing. Yes.
So it was kind of funny that he didn't really answer the question. This guy was asking if you are not leader of the country, how do you see crypto moving? But Donald Trump, of course, very confident that he is going to win this election and that he's going to be paying off the debt in crypto. So about a month before, he was saying Bitcoin. Now he's describing, paying off the U.S. national debt more broadly in cryptocurrencies. Things that make you go, It's gotten me wondering, especially when I see these types of documents here. Okay, this one courtesy of Mr. Man, and this is an older document. A payment network like RippleNet can transform the entire interbanking market. Now, first I wanted to bring this to you, show you guys that this intellectual paper here describing digital innovations, okay, for the digital finance network here, DOI.org. And for those of you guys who do not know, the DOI Foundation is a not-for-profit organization. We govern the Digital Objective Identifier, or the DOI system, on behalf of agencies who manage DOI registries and provide services to their respective communities. We are the registration authority for the ISO standard, in particular the ISO 26324 standard for the DOI system, and we are governed by our registration agencies. So a standards body here talking about blockchain, talking about how DLT changes cross-border payments and the cross-border payment landscape. And then the abstract here basically explaining the purpose of this paper. Digital innovations in banking and payments recently have garnered a great deal of attention, specifically distributed ledger technology, and how that has the potential to fundamentally change the roles and responsibilities of stakeholders in the financial sector. DLT is a novel and fast-evolving approach to record and share data, i.e. payments, transactions among members of a decentralized network. Using transaction cost theory, the paper examines how DLT will change the cross-border payments infrastructure. DLT can reduce the overall transaction cost, potentially resulting in the disappearance of correspondent banking. And guys, note who they are talking about here. They're talking about Ripple specifically. They are the number one company, the center of this paper, the test case here that they are featuring. And guys, Mr. Man did find this particular passage in this document. Okay, so the presented theoretical framework shows the cost benefit of interbank intermediation using the example of correspondent banking and how a DLT system like RippleNet can not only transform existing cost structures, but also the complete interbank market. So basically saying single-handedly, even not even with other systems involved, but how Ripple single-handedly can completely transform the cost structures of these banking systems and the interbank market, basically making banks obsolete. So there you guys have it, the DOI Foundation, which governs over the registration authority of ISO standards, put out a paper here. Looks like a thesis paper from a few years ago discussing DLT changing the cross-border payment landscape, highlighting Ripple, and even suggesting that Ripple could single-handedly, RippleNet, that one particular product, could single-handedly change the interbanking market. I think it's quite possible that Donald Trump could know something that maybe he's not letting us know quite yet. I guess we have to wait until he's president to find out. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.